Now let's understand what is source code, what is bytecode and machine code. Source code is the code that we write. Okay. So for example, let's say if I'll be talking about the source code, what is the source code? So source code is the code we write. For example, whenever you write any, let's say if you are using Python, okay, Python as your programming language, you write a code abc.py, you write the code here. This is called the source code. Okay. Now, when so there are two types of translators we have discussed. One is compiler and interpreter. What they do, they translate the code from one form to another. So when this source code will be translated, so we will be having a compiler. Okay, this compiler will translate this source code to some intermediate code, okay, and this intermediate code is called, in Python it is called the bytecode. Clear? Fine, everyone. What is this compiler does? It compiles the source code to the bytecode. Source code is the code which you write, and bytecode is the intermediate code which gets generated after compiling the source code. Okay. Now, there is an interpreter. So when you use the interpreter, okay, so the code which you write, let's say you have written abc.py. Let's take this C, abc.c. In C we have the compiler, right? In Python, when we write the code, okay, so when we use the interpreter, generate the machine code directly from the source code. We'll be coming to that, Yogesh, in some time. Okay, so when we use the interpreter, let's say if you use the interpreter for the translation, so the code that you write, it is called this script. Okay, and interpreter does not generate the machine code. So what it do, it takes the one line of code at a time, it executes it, and it gives you the output. Okay, output for the first line. Then it takes the second line as input, executes it, and it gives you the output for the second line. Then third line, then execute, gives you the output. So what interpreter does, it takes the line by line or instruction by instruction, the code as input, and it executes that to give you the output. Whereas in the compiler, it takes the whole source code at once and compiles the whole source code at once to the intermediate code that is called the bytecode or the object code or some intermediate code. Clear, everyone? Fine. I hope you guys have understood the compiler and interpreter, everyone. Okay. Yes, use Google Colab. Those who are not able to install or not working Jupyter Notebook, you guys can use Google Colab. Okay, that would be better instead of just wasting or your time on that installation. You can do it later. Use Google Colab. Okay. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood the concept of compiler and interpreter. What is the compiler? Compiler takes the whole source code and creates one intermediate code. Whereas in the interpreter, it executes the code line by line or instruction by instruction and gives you the output. So you need to understand two things. One, compiler translates the whole source code at once to bytecode. Correct? Or intermediate code, I will say, intermediate code. So in case of compiler, one intermediate code is getting generated and whole source code is taken as input, right? Number two, interpreter executes, it directly executes the code or source code. It executes the code instruction by instruction. And gives output. So what we can understand from this discussion, that compiler generates the intermediate code, whereas interpreter does not generate the intermediate code. Okay, bytecode is binary code. No, bytecode is not binary code. Yes, you'll be getting the recordings. Initially it will take time, Sweta, but it will once it is launched, then it will not be taking much time. Okay, so first time it will be taking some time to connect to the server. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood the concept of bytecode is the intermediate code which is getting generated when you compile the source code to the bytecode. Okay, so now let's understand how the Python code is executed on our system. Okay, so now we have seen that there are two types of translator, compiler and interpreter, right? So Python code is executed. So first of all, in Python, we write the source code. Okay, let's say we write abc.py. This is the source code we have. Okay, then we have a compiler in case of Python. Okay, this compiler compiles the source code to the bytecode, and that is called abc.pyc Python compiled file, Python compiled file, and the code that is generated is called the bytecode. The intermediate code is called the bytecode. Okay, fine. Now, so intermediate code is any code which is generated before the execution. The code which gets generated, that is called the intermediate code. In case of Python, we are generating one intermediate code. We are generating the intermediate code. This intermediate code is called the bytecode. So we have the compiler, and then we will be having this bytecode. Okay, now this bytecode, then we use the interpreter in Python. We use the interpreter in Python to get the output. Okay, or basically it will be interacting with the hardware, and that will be giving you the output. Okay, so what it does, this bytecode will have the instructions. This interpreter will take instruction line by line, and then it gives you to hardware that gives you the output. Okay, fine, clear everyone? I hope you guys have understood that how the Python program runs on our system. Any question in this? So now we have the compiler and interpreter both. Okay, compiler can't convert source code to machine code. No, in case of Python, no, we generate the bytecode or the intermediate code, that is called the bytecode. Okay, so in the case of Python, the source code, it is translated first to the bytecode, and then bytecode generates the output. After interpreter, like after interpreter interprets the bytecode, we will be getting the output. Okay, so this is the sequence of code. Now when you run the Python, or when you read about the Python on the internet, you will find that Python is interpreted programming language. Okay, most of the cases you will find Python is interpreted programming language. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? When you say Python is interpreted programming language, what do you mean by this? So when we say Python is interpreted programming language, actually we have, let's say, there is a concept of compiled languages and interpreted language that we need to understand. Why we say a programming language is compiled language, and why we say a programming language is the interpreted programming language. Okay, so there is a concept of interpreted programming language. There is a concept of memory allocation and type checking. Memory allocation and type checking. Okay, now these two tasks is done at whatever stage that programming language will be called the that type of programming language. Means in case of C, for example, if you'll take the example of C or Java, abc.c, in this case we have a compiler. What this compiler does the memory allocation and type checking at the compilation stage. Okay, and it generates one intermediate code called abc.exe. Okay, it will be generating one intermediate code. When this is executed, it is equivalent to the native code. When you say native code, means the code which can run on your hardware directly. Okay, so it is equivalent to the native code, and when you execute it, it gives you the output. Okay, now so this memory allocation and type checking is done at what stage? Compilation stage. Whereas in the case of Python, it is done at the interpretation stage. Okay, so memory allocation and type checking is done at and type checking is done at interpretation stage. Okay, that's why we say Python is interpreted programming language. Okay, Fine. So I hope you guys have understood this, how Python program runs. First of all, we have the compiler. This compiler compiles the source code to one intermediate code that is called the bytecode. This bytecode is interpreted to give you the output. Okay. Now, so we were discussing about why Python is called the interpreted programming language. So Python is called the interpreted programming language because there is an important task of memory allocation and type checking. So if it is done at the compilation stage, we say it is the compiled language. If it is done at the interpretation stage, we say it is the interpreted programming language. In Python, it is done at this stage. Memory allocation and type checking is done. Memory allocation and type checking is done at the interpretation stage. That's why we say it is the interpreted programming language.